the body. It's a beauty.
Young Chavez is as good a body puncher among young fighters as you're going to find in the sport.
He's got a great right hand, too. Stylistically, technically, placed beautifully. He really turns his punches over, and that is huge when it comes to the body shots. You got to turn the punch over when you go to the body.
Chavez is getting into a rhythm right now and looks very good. Cuello had a very good opening minute, but Chavez is putting some good work on him. Now a hard right by Cuello. Good shot. Backs Chavez up against the rope. Chavez felt that one.
When Cuello jabs, this is a whole different fight. When he doesn't jab, he's in trouble. What a good first round, though.
Absolutely. Two are really mixing it up. Cuello comes forward, unafraid.
As soon as Chavez feels the ropes on his back, he needs to move.
The referee, third man in the ring, Vic Draculich. You'll see a sash on his right arm, a black sash. That's in honor of Raton Macias, who recently passed away, who we had the 10 count for prior to the main event tonight. Raton Macias, very important to the Mexican people. And Cuello doing a good job at the end of the round. Coming forward, red hot first round.
Great first round.
Now we'll go into the corner with Chavez. Rafael Hernandez Brito providing the translation.
Just don't launch forward. Come on, don't launch forward. Just be smart. Be smart. Be smart, Julio. Don't overestimate him. Just don't throw the same punch. Don't throw the same punch so you can beat him. Flip them with the right. Don't lose your head.
There's Cuello standing up prior to the ringing of the bell. You heard in the corner instructions. Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. is the manager of Junior, but his trainer is Rodolfo Chavez, who is his uncle. We begin round 2. Scheduled for 10, by the way, not 12. It's a 10 round.
For Luciano Cuello, I think the whole fight revolves around whether he jabs first, whether he gets off with that jab first. When he does, he's much more effective.
He certainly didn't there. He doesn't look like he's too interested in jabbing right now. He wants to get close and bang away.
Look at the redness on the side of Cuello's torso. Those shots that Chavez is just landing so precisely.
Cuello is trained as manager of Atocha is from Spain, and he's worked in Spain. His last fight is in Spain, but every other fight he's had has not just been in Argentina, it's been in Buenos Aires. So this is quite a departure for him.
You see what I'm talking about with Chavez throwing those left hooks to the body from long range. That's unusual amongst fighters today.
Absolutely.
Throws it in close or from long range. And sometimes when he's up against the ropes, he will back off and take a step to the side to give himself some room to throw that left hook.
We mentioned it's not a very big ring, but Chavez Jr. is making pretty good use of it.
You can see Cuello's plan. He has a game plan here, and he's trying to carry it out, which is to be effective, get close to Chavez, and to wear him down. He feels he can outcondition Chavez.
They looked at the first Matt Vanda fight and saw that Chavez had some stamina issues, but in the second Matt Vanda fight, of course, he didn't. But they think that Chavez still will have issues later in the fight if they can get there.
And Junior really using the left hook to the body even more than I've ever seen him tonight. Good combination in close by Cuello.
And you know, that whole sequence where Chavez threw a lot of punches, those were nice combinations, but a lot of them were blocked by Cuello.
You know, Cuello's following Chavez around the ring. He's not standing in front of him, cutting it off and pressuring him like he should. He's following him consistently around the ring. He needs to stand in front of him, back him up, and then get his punches off. Following him around is just Chavez's game completely.
He brought that left straight up between the arms of Chavez. Cuello is definitely having some moments here. The crowd won't recognize it, so you won't hear any crowd reaction, but Cuello is landing some pretty impressive punches.
And throwing good combinations. He is not a completely fabricated, undefeated fighter. You can see that.
Good combination by Chavez at the bell.
Toma. Cógelo, Luciano. Okay, ahora, ¿por qué no tira la derecha recta, Luciano?
Okay, come on, you gotta throw it right. Straight right. Throw it between his hands. Don't throw it straight. What about the right and the left that we practice?
Chavez, Rich mentioned that left hook that he's throwing it even more than normal, and you see him doubling with it to the body and the head. And the good combinations as Cuello tries to get away, and Dad is probably happy with his son's effort thus far.
Let me tell you something. He's a lot calmer looking than I've seen him at some of his son's fights. He can get in a real state over there.
Julio Cesar Chavez, the senior, emotional? I find that hard to believe.
Maureen, do your parents attend your fights?
They do. My father shows no emotion, and my mother is, well, my mom's the Mexican, so she's got a lot of emotion. Maybe that's where she gets it from.
Can you hear her in there?
No, I don't hear her. She's not that loud, but I can feel her.
Round 3.
Cuello has started out this round jabbing his way in. And when he does that, you see how that jab can land for him, and it sets the pace for him.
I see Cuello working here, and I can see exactly what he's doing. He's carrying out his game plan. It's not always working, but he is sticking to it.
It's all about the jab for him. This round, he has jabbed his way in and been infinitely more effective. He can land that punch when he throws it.
Good left hook inside. You know, he throws Cuello a very compact left hook inside with good technique and with excellent leverage on it.
Yes, he does. And Chavez answers. Chavez needs to step it back a little bit, use the overhand right. Don't stay inside so long. Unnecessary punches he's taking right there on the inside. He's got the reach advantage. He should use it.
I agree with you, Maureen, and that's what we do more of. This is why Julio Cesar Chavez creates exciting fights. but I'm sure his corner doesn't like it so much.
He's got no pushover in front of him here tonight.
Well, if he's looking to get in there with John Duddy or a Oscar De La Hoya or something of that nature, standing inside for that long isn't really going to be too smart.
So you would both say that at this distance where they are right now, shoulder to shoulder, that works to Chavez's detriment?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Cuello can get on the inside and rip these shots. He's got the height and reach advantage, and boxer-puncher type would be much better for Chavez right now.
Don't get me wrong, Chavez has his moments inside, but he also can be more effective on the outside as well, so he should use the in and out tactic.
A lot of blood now from the nose of Cuello.
And Chavez is cut also over his left.
I'll tell you, this is grueling stuff.
This has been a very good third round. Both men doing great work on the inside. I mean, this is a war of attrition right now.
But that's exactly what Cuello wanted.
Yes. And Maureen's right. It's not that Chavez hasn't done good work on the inside. It's just that Cuello is really getting on.
Good left hook by Chavez that Cuello walked into. He got careless momentarily, and that one hurt him. The crowd senses Cuello's predicament, and I think Chavez does too. But Cuello, his legs are strong. Another right hand, but look at Cuello answer right back. Final seconds of the round.
Chavez needs to get off those ropes.
Both these fighters really letting it hang out.
Wow.
Excellent round.
How are you? You're standing too much in front of him. Come on. Hit him and get back out. Don't let him get high. Don't let him think he can beat you.
No te quedes adentro, Julio.
Come on, punch and get out.
Hay que dejarlo que se crezca. Trabaja.
Good advice from
Golpe y salte.
his uncle.
Golpe y salte. Quintano, sí.
And here is what they're talking about. Right in front, Cuello pushing him against the ropes and ripping combinations. Luciano Cuello had himself a very good round.
Chavez he just throws that left hook right there and it lands so precisely, coming up with the uppercut. He really needs to get those punches off and then get out of the way, turn him around, move.
Julio Sr., you can see, is getting a little bit less calm watching things. I thought that Cuello was about to win that round. That late flurry, that late last punch by Chavez Jr. may have turned it in his direction.
Yeah, he won most of that round. There's no question about that.
You can't let a fighter like Cuello get too confident.
Well, he's certainly not too panicked, I'll tell you that.